Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading for the week of September. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are doing well. This is a reading for any sun, moon, or rising Sagittarius. We're going to take a look at the cards. We'll get a sense of the awareness or the big ideas for the week, guidance, and possible outcomes. I will also choose a few oracle cards for additional information. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, we have the Three of Cups, we have the King of Swords, we have the Chariot Major Arcana. So the Three of Cups is simply a lovely card. It's a card of a fun group activity, getting together with your friends, maybe your colleagues or family. But this is a time to let your hair down and to laugh and to share and to listen and to enjoy the camaraderie with people that you choose to spend your time with. And so here the ladies are toasting. Perhaps they're toasting each other. They could be toasting the abundance in their life, but there's certainly a sense of joyfulness and appreciation for what you have. And it's certainly nice to be able to share good things or developments, with your friends, with your colleagues, or with others. And again, this could extend to, a meetup group, a mixer. Maybe you're interested in getting involved in photography and you sign up for the meetup cocktail hour or something. And so you go with the hope of expanding your social circle. So, this is about interacting and enjoying time with others. And so it's just an important thing to do, is to build in social activities into your normal routine. So then we have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords looks so serious, holding that sword, sitting rigidly on his throne. And with the swords, it's about intelligence, it's about reason, it's about analyzing and understanding the issues, the scenarios, the problems, the things going on in your life, and really thinking about all angles. So in terms of decisions that you may have to make, these decisions should be based on evidence. It should be based on facts. It should be based on what is there on paper, perhaps, versus things that are said or gossip or hearsay or of that nature. When we think of the King of Swords, we may think of judges. We may think of people in the legal business, but it also extends to other fields as well, where you have to be analytical, where you have to look objectively at matters. With the King of Swords, it's a sense of strong communication. Speak clearly, make yourself clear in how you express, whatever you need to do. If it's the office, be clear in your emails. If it's with the family, say it as directly as possible. With the King of Swords, he wields that very sharp and powerful blade. And it's really also a no BS blade as well, which is he doesn't have time to deal with the nonsense, with extraneous or things that don't help solving a situation, strategizing, devising new approaches or new ideas. It's that if you're not contributing, needs to be cut out. So it's very directed energy toward the process of thinking, using your head, and relying really on the data and the facts to inform or to help you problem solve or make decisions. And again, King of Swords could represent energies that would benefit you, or it could be someone within your family, at your work, a spouse, someone that you know who has experience and who is at the pinnacle perhaps of this type of intellectual thinking. And then nicely, here's the Chariot. And the Chariot tells us that things are moving. You are moving it out. And you're on this path and you are moving forward. And you're moving forward with your own control, with your own mastery. You hold the reins of this chariot in your hands. You're driving the black and white Sphinx. They may want to go in different directions, but you control that. And it's up to you to be able to navigate, to negotiate, and to compromise. These are the skills that are embedded within the charioteer, who's confident, who's ambitious, and who shows his will in moving this chariot down the road toward your goals, your hopes, your dreams, the things that you want to achieve or accomplish. With the Chariot, we get a sense that things are going to work out for you, that regardless of obstacles, adversity, bumps in the road, you got this. And so ultimately, within time, it could be soon, it could be maybe a couple days or a week, you're going to have your success. And you may be recognized, you may be noticed for it. But it really is, it's a hard control. You are driving that chariot. Things are picking up speed. You're moving it out. You're rolling along. And so long as you have the reins in your hand, it's on your shoulders. You're responsible. But all good things. And, maybe this is an opportunity where you're having some fun, sharing what's going on in your life. You may have to, along the way of this movement, make some decisions and make some hard decisions. And they're going to require you to think about them, to use your smarts, and to be firm, perhaps, in what you decide. And that's going to help carry you through to success. So, interesting cards for the day. Let's take a look at the numbers. We have 3, 4, and 4 and 7 is 11. 11 is a master number of service, of giving service and being generous, compassionate, kind, helping others. And no matter how small or how large, helping other people is simply helping other people, where you're hoping to improve their circumstances. And it can be covered in many different ways, but it certainly is very satisfying to be of service and to reach out if you know someone needs a hand, or to make yourself available. And so now to close the reading, let me choose an oracle card and we'll get a little more information or a message for the day. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? How interesting, which is sometimes we want to curb our light. We want to hold a little piece of ourselves within so that we can blend in with others. I think it's maybe a judgment call on how much of your light do you want to dim. It would be nice to let it all roll and let it all shine. But that's for each person to decide, and that's what I would say. That's just simply my opinion. But, don't dim to fit in is saying, you've got to be authentic to yourself and don't create this little persona to fit in. So interesting, very interesting idea and affirmation for the day. So I hope you found something helpful here. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like, share, or comment, and I will see you tomorrow for another reading. Take care. Bye-bye.